Hello. So today I'm going to dive into an area that I don't have as much expertise in, but I did get a comment about it, and I've read about it before. So what do you do if you've got tinnitus and you just get some really loud days and it's just really hard to deal with? And it's been many months and you're still not able to habituate where you can ignore it and just go on about your day because it's just so loud. So, as I understand, there are hearing aids that should be considered in this scenario. What happens with the hearing aids is they can amplify the other sounds, and at the same time, and it's not necessary, but they can amplify the other sounds, and at the same time play a sound that's matched to your tinnitus. And these two things can really help you to be able to cope when the tinnitus is really bad, or just if you're just one of those people that has it really loud. And as I understand, you can even use this for a while and you get habituated to the tinnitus even better. And then you can lay off the hearing aids a bit more because you get where you're over the hump, and you can say, I don't really need to wear it. It's a little loud. It's loud today, but I'm used to it now. So that's something you might want to consider if you're just at a point where it's just not quite getting you where you need to go as far as you've tried everything with tinnitus. I'm fortunate in that I've got tinnitus. And it's there all the time, and it's just a constant and I can't make it go away. It can get a little louder, especially if I've been exposed to some louder noise, but it doesn't get screeching loud. So I'm very fortunate and that I only have this, level of tinnitus. I do think that everything else I've been saying in the videos, there's a lot of things that can be helpful to anyone with tinnitus, but I guess you still get these people with extreme cases. Now, the user of River of Wellness I've been following for a while. She's been commenting a bit, and what I really like about River of Wellness is even though she's putting up with all these loud noises, she's still got a pretty good attitude about things, and that's great. That's great. That will take you so far. If you can just keep imagining there's got to be a way, you're going to find it. You're going to find a way where you can make things a little bit better. And I think there are people with pretty loud tinnitus that have habituated. But it was a little bit more of a struggle for them as it is for you. And, I haven't read, lately, but I remember some cases like, David Letterman, for example, he's got like 2 different sounds going on in there, and they can be variable. So it seems like the variable one would be really tough, where it's it's like a whole range of like that instead of just one sound, which is what I have. Plus he has a clicking sound and some other stuff, and he got used to it. And I know there's other cases like that where pretty successful people, like stars and stuff, they go on about their lives. They probably don't love it, but they're making it. So, and what I was gonna say is just also, tinnitus for me has also been a blessing in disguise, because I had some problems with anxiety. And the tinnitus really increased that anxiety. But I didn't realize before that I had such anxiety. And tinnitus really made me study it. Really made me study, like, what is it that I'm doing with my brain when I have anxiety? And generally what I'm doing is I'm focusing on something that's bothering me, and I can't stop thinking about that thing. I don't know if everyone's anxiety is the same, but just for example, when I had COVID, I had some chest pains. And oh my God, that's got to be something with my heart, you know, in my mind. And I've got to solve it. So I was just constantly thinking about my chest, and then I'm feeling sensations in my chest that were probably somewhat normal, and they were amplified by me thinking about it all the time. And but even before that, before I had COVID, I worried. I remember I hadn't filed my taxes, and I was late. And some nights I would just stay awake, and I couldn't stop thinking about the taxes, and I would just be in a bad mood, and I was worried, and I had to find some way to do the taxes, but there were just some underlying circumstances that were preventing me from doing what I needed to do with my money, you know, financial problems. So it really bothered me, and I had a lot of anxiety about it. And, you know, tinnitus has taught me that the very thought, the very anxiety that of obsessing about something and thinking about it over and over again, that's the problem that I have to address first before anything else, you know. River of Wellness, it sounds like you have some days where you said it's 5 or 6, and you're actually able to get along okay, you know. That's good. I think you'll get better from there. You know, you're starting to get a foothold. And I'm hoping that maybe also it'll sort of be a blessing in disguise for you, where, you know, you'll become good at diverting your attention toward what's really important to you. But I think at the same time, there may be some actual circumstances where you need to try some other things too. And I know you're trying. And so today I thought of that. Well, you probably saw the other guy's comment, you know, that maybe you should see an audiologist and see about getting some hearing aids. And don't worry about, you know, wearing a hearing aid. Just try it and see if it'll help you. And maybe, I guess, just like when I put the sound of a shower, I used to play, there's almost exactly the same sound as my tinnitus. It got very easy to tune out the tinnitus. I think they can do exactly that with the hearing aid. And you can get where you're able to tune it out pretty well. And then, you know, as you get good at tuning it out, then you can start to decrease the volume of that sound in your hearing aid. And then you'll just get better and better at coping and not disturbing you so much. And that's with my non-professional opinion. You know, I'm not an audiologist, but I've just studied tinnitus because I have it. So, okay. Well, best wishes to you, and yeah, I'll try to keep making the videos.